Yes, well, my room is in a bit of a mess. I unearthed this box out of the cupboard there, and in it I have memories. I have them in my head, but these are the tangible bits. And in it is a folder, and in that folder I have my precious things. It's a folder that of a company, an insurance company my dad worked for. And in this folder I have lots of things that pertaining to my dad. And so I'll be needing that today. And I'm not working on the computer, but I am now working on my new MacBook. So I've still got to empty the computer and offer it to anyone who might be interested, and I'll be working on my MacBook from now on. Well, good morning. I'm a bit far away here. I'm just trying out my new makeup, and I have a very special reason for wanting to look really nice this morning. I always have a reason to look nice, but I'm working on a video and I'm hoping it's going to turn out. If it's only so-so, I'll just keep it private. But if it turns out a wee bit the way that I'm hoping it will, I'll put it online. And with new brushes, oh, never mind. But I had a good session at the beauty place, and I'm just hoping it works. Well, let's see what we can make of me, shall we? We'll start with my eyebrow.
Yeah, and this is how it because you wear glasses. And it's glasses on. You know, I'm not in the mornings, it was like brush really quick. Bit of colour on the lips, jaw, and down. Bit more time now.
Take my glasses off, people. There.
And this one just feels like a second skin. Oh no, it doesn't. It actually feels just like.
Yeah, how's that look? Is that okay?
This one here is, I like it because it's sort of a mix, and it, instead of just...
Yeah, the video that I'm doing, and that's why I want to honour someone. There are lots of sayings around about don't look back and the future's in front of you and all that. And I think, yeah, okay, I understand that. But I have good memories to look back on. You know? I'd do that just to get shined up my nose. Yeah. Oh, not bad. Oh, okay. And this particular person is the reason I am. It's my dad. And on the 4th of November will be 20 years that I gave him his final hug. 20 years. It's like it's yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but at least last week. I can imagine, I can still go through that process of how I felt and all that. You know, that just doesn't go away. And I'm not clinging on to those memories. I'm very realistic in a lot of ways. I always call myself a positive realist, but the thing is that, you know, he was a lovely man, and I'm sure he had his faults. You know, we don't see our loved ones' faults like others do. I have been trying to think about which faults he'd have if he had any. And I can't. He might, yeah, nah, they're not faults, they're just human traits. He was lovely. You would have liked my dad. Yeah, everybody liked my dad. Like my mum wrote on a note after the funeral, I just could not believe that there were so many people to farewell him. She couldn't believe her eyes. The church was packed. Standing room only. It was just lovely. But he was far too young. He was only 74. And today, 74 is too young. And I know even there are people who don't make it to 74. In my family, we have those experiences too, just like many others. but I still miss my dad. And to get he's with me every day. When my dad died, he always wore a cross. His faith was very important to him, like it is to me. My sister said so in the eulogy, and it's right. I inherited that from him. I'd say this is the cross. And when my dad died, literally breathed his last, my mum removed the chain and cross from his neck, which I found him very brave and loving. And she's probably, when he wasn't well, looked after him so well that this was a real caring thing that she did. And she hung it around my neck. And she said, Anita, you are to have this. Keep it warm. Keep it warm. And I have. There'd been a very odd moment that it had to go off, like I've had surgery and bits and pieces. So, but, oh no, this is my dad. And when I drive around, when I go to Friesland, where he's born, I always sort of say, Dad, we're home, and I kind of hold it and give it a hug. You know, it's silly, but it's my dad, you know. I'll always be Dad. Dad's my dad. I love him. I still do. So this is my video for him today. And, oh yeah, I can't remember how to open the lipstick. Oh yeah, that's right. And so it's got to look good, people. Now I've got photos sorted and thoughts, so it might be a bit of a jumble, but I want to talk to you about my dad and tell you what he was like. And then my grandchildren, who've never met my dad, they'll also get to know him. Yeah. And it'll remind a lot of those others around about my dad, just because I feel like it. 20 years. Let's celebrate of Dad. My dad, Jan, was born in Leeuwarden in Friesland, the northern province of the Netherlands, and he was the second eldest of 6 children. He had 4 brothers and 2 sisters. And it was a reasonably carefree youth, even though they weren't the richest of families, but they were happy and healthy, and that's the most important thing. Here my dad leaning on the bridge, and followed by my son, his look-alike. He didn't only inherit his looks, but also his sense of humour. Oh, I feel so special having all these photos, scanned and all, and some from my aunt's albums, but oh, it's just an absolute treasure to have them. Mum and Dad met early 1946. They shared 53.5 years of marriage, enjoying lifetime of love, but also their worries and their concerns, but certainly lots of happy times. My dad was a loving father, a family man. He just loved to do things together with his kids, but also just sit there and just watch and listen and enjoy our company. My parents were very adventurous. We went to New Zealand, but when my baby brother's health needed extra care, we returned to the Netherlands for 5 years, after which we went back to New Zealand. Not only was my father a loving father, but he was a wonderfully proud and caring grandfather. He loved his grandchildren to pieces. He'd be ever so proud of all those now born. A trip back home to the Netherlands and family over, that made Dad really happy. Dad loved his coffee. He had a morning ritual. Get up and he'd have his breakfast. Then he'd go and have a shave, brush his teeth and stuff, dentures. and he'd get dressed, And then he'd sit in his chair or sometimes at the table and he would have his first cup of coffee. With his breakfast he had a cup of tea, and then with the paper it just belonged. It was sort of a, yeah, you can't read the paper without your coffee. And anyway, he didn't like milk in his, but I do. He just liked his black sugar and black. Yeah. For the amount of times that I've drunk coffee with my father, and I've never actually, at that point in time, well, you don't think about taking a photo of your father while you're drinking coffee, but that would have been nice to have now been able to show a photo of sitting at the table drinking coffee. I know. But we've had lots and lots and lots of cups of coffee together. It was cool. One of the hobbies my father had was having a vegetable garden, and he was good at it too. Always lovely fresh vegetables on the table. Ah, yes, and the caps. Dad wore a cap. He went outside, he wore a cap. He would have liked to have worn it inside too. Well, he did sometimes, but he was the hat man. And my youngest son used to just love Opa's hat. I'll leave you with these last few photos of my dad smiling as he did, laughing at life, getting as much out of it as he could, making decisions based on his thoughts and his values in life. I hope I've done him proud. Thank you for watching.